Hi, it's Logan from sleepopolis.com, and today I'm going to be doing a comparison of 3 mattresses from the Saatva mattress company. They are the Saatva, Loom Leaf and Zenhaven mattresses. They are different constructions and use different materials to provide different feels. So we're going to put them through a few tests, and hopefully by the end of the comparison you have a better idea of which mattress will work best for you. However, if you are looking for a personal recommendation, please leave a note below with some personal information and sleep preferences, and we'll be sure to reply with a recommendation for you. Now we're going to jump into the comparison, and we're going to start with the construction of the mattresses. We're going to take a look at the construction of the Saatva mattress first. I've cut a hole into the mattress, see if you look at what's inside, but I do not recommend that you do the same. Please just take my word for it. This is the 14.5-inch version of the Saatva mattress. It also comes in an 11.5-inch version, which is supposed to provide the same feel, however, just at a lower profile. Now on top, I should mention that the cover is an organic cotton, and it is quilted to provide some initial pressure relief. That cover is also zoned to provide a little extra support at the lumbar region, which is a nice plus for back sleepers. Now below that we have some convoluted polyfoam. Kind of this egg crate design is going to allow some airflow through the mattress, but it really is just kind of a separator between this pocketed coil layer on top. This layer is going to provide some bounce to the mattress. Individually wrapped coils like this are pretty good for motion transfer, as they don't really affect each other in that situation. So that's a nice feature there. Now below that we have some polyfoam, which is really just kind of a separator between these individually wrapped coils on top and this inner spring below, so you have a coil on coil structure within the mattress, which is really going to provide kind of that classic inner spring feel. This layer is for support, so kind of both coils working together provide a bouncy mattress. At the base here you have high density polyfoam, which is really just something for the inner spring coil system here to press off of. Now we're taking a look at the Loom Leaf mattress. It is the Saatva company's memory foam mattress. Like the Saatva, it has an organic cotton cover that's quilted to provide some initial pressure relief. Below that, on the comfort layer, is gel memory foam. Memory foam has a slow response to pressure. It's going to allow you to sink in for pressure relief. Also, it has this gel infusion, because memory foam can at times have a reputation for trapping a little too much body heat. The gel infusion helps to draw that body heat away from the sleeper to help you sleep a little bit cooler. The layer below that is also memory foam. It's 2 inches of memory foam, so it's going to allow you to sink even further into the mattress, provide some contouring to the body, which is going to be great for kind of side sleepers. This is going to be really good for. Below that we have a transition layer of polyfoam. This has a quick response to pressure. It's a little bit firmer than the memory foam layers above it, so it's really going to transition you from these soft layers on top into the firmer base, which is high density polyfoam, which is going to provide support to the layers above it, as well as some deep compression support to the sleeper on top. Really give the mattress some durability and its shape. The Zenhaven mattress is the Saatva company's latex foam mattress. It is made of 4 layers of telluride latex. It stands 10 inches in height. I should also mention that it is a flippable mattress, so depending on if you want a softer or firmer feel, you can actually have either side of the mattress up, as it has 2 comfort layers. Now on top, the cover is an organic cotton cover, just like the Saatva and Loom Leaf mattresses, and it is quilted with a Joma wool in this situation, which is going to help wick moisture away from the body for temperature regulation and cooling. The Joma wool also lends to the fact that this mattress is made of all natural materials. I should mention that depending on which side of the mattress you have up, the support layers inside, while all are telluride latex, the firmer side of the mattress has a higher firmness rating to it, so it's going to provide kind of more support than the other side. And also I should say that both comfort layers are aerated to allow airflow through the mattress for temperature regulation and cooling. Now, telluride latex as a material is pretty quick to respond, so it's going to give you a little bit more bounce than a memory foam mattress. Now that we've seen what makes up the mattresses, it's time to get an idea for the feel and firmness of them. I'm starting on the Saatva mattress. It is the gentle, firm version of the Saatva, which is meant to provide kind of a medium firmness to it. And when I press into the top of the mattress here, the initial feeling is of that foam that's quilted into the cover. So it's going to provide some initial pressure relief, allow you to sink in a little bit. As I kind of bounce around and add a little more pressure, I kind of see that it is a bouncy mattress, so you're going to be able to move around on top of the mattress pretty easily. You won't feel stuck or like you're sinking into the mattress too much. I'm going to lie down on the mattress. On my back with my weight pretty evenly distributed. Definitely not sinking into the mattress much here. The cover is kind of quilted in a way that it has a lumbar support area, so that's nice. It's filling in the space there, so if you're a back sleeper, that's a nice feature. So I kind of change positions. I don't feel stuck, so that's pretty easy. I'm going to roll onto my side here. Once I'm on my side, there's a higher weight concentration over a lower surface area, so pressure can be an issue for a lot of side sleepers, especially at the hips and the shoulders. Those are two problem areas. So you want to be really conscious of that. If you are a side sleeper, you're probably going to be looking for a softer mattress that allows you to sink in for some pressure relief. I don't really feel too much pressure forming at either of those locations while I'm on my side here, so that's nice. And the pocketed coil system right underneath the cover here, it does provide a little bit of contouring as they are individually wrapped, so they kind of move individually there. So I'm going to roll onto my stomach here. Stomach sleepers often want to have a firmer mattress because it does a good job of keeping their hips up out of the mattress, keep their back in a good position. So when I'm on my stomach here, my weight is pretty evenly distributed again, so I don't really feel like I'm sinking into the mattress, which is really good for stomach sleepers. And I do feel like the coil system underneath, the pocketed coils, are doing a good job of keeping my hips up out of the mattress and my spine in a good position. Now we're going to discuss the feel and firmness of the Loom and Leaf mattress. As I press into the cover, the initial feeling is pretty similar to the Saatva, as it does have that quilted cover on it. However, as I add more pressure and press in a little bit further, I start to interact with the memory foam layer below that, and I start to feel the contouring there. There's definitely less bounce to this mattress than there is to the Saatva. So I'm going to lie down on the Loom and Leaf. Starting on my back, my weight's pretty evenly distributed. I feel like I'm more on top of the mattress at first, but what happens with memory foam is as your body heat and pressure start to interact with the memory foam, you start to sink in a little bit more. I can start to feel it contouring in my body a bit. Because of that, there's a slow response to pressure. As I change positions, it takes a little bit more effort than it would on the Saatva or kind of a firmer mattress. So I'm going to roll onto my side. As I mentioned before, side sleepers want to be really conscious of any possible pressure points that might form on a mattress. Memory foam tends to be really great for side sleepers. This allows them to sink in, which is going to relieve that pressure, kind of spread it out between the quilted cover on the Loom and Leaf as well as the 2 layers of memory foam that we saw on top. I really feel like I'm able to sink into this mattress pretty well for pressure relief. So I would say that the Loom and Leaf is really great for side sleepers. So I'm going to roll on my stomach. Now for stomach sleepers, it's kind of the opposite as it is for side sleepers. You don't really want to sink into the mattress because especially at your hips, because it kind of bows your back, which is going to give you some pain in your back there if you sleep like that on a softer mattress such as this. It is preference for everybody, and everyone feels firmness a little bit differently, but I don't think that I would necessarily say that the memory foam and the soft Loom and Leaf mattress would be great for stomach sleepers. So when talking about the feel and firmness of the Zenhaven mattress, I should note that we're going to take a look at the luxury plush side. Since it is a reversible mattress, the other side is called the gentle firm side. Zenhaven says that about 80% of their customers prefer the luxury plush side of the mattress, and that the gentle firm is actually 18% firmer. So just keep that in mind when talking about the Zenhaven. So we're going to press into the cover. Again, it's quilted, so it allows you to sink in pretty easily. Overall, it's a pretty soft mattress in my opinion, and as I add a little bit more pressure, you can tell it's a pretty quick response to pressure. A lot of bounce in this mattress thanks to the latex material that's used. So I'm going to lie down on the Zenhaven. So lying here with my weight pretty evenly distributed, I definitely feel more on top of the mattress than I am, would be sinking into it. There is a little bit of fill-in beneath my lower back with the quilted cover, with the Jomo wool that's in there. But as I, roll around and change positions, it's really easy to adjust on top of the mattress because I feel, like I'm definitely more on top of it. And with the quick response to pressure from the towel latex, it makes moving around really easily. So I'm going to roll onto my side here. Again, on my side, I'm really thinking about pressure at the hips and the shoulders, which are two trouble areas for a lot of side sleepers. Because this is a softer mattress, I feel pretty good in terms of pressure on my side. However, I don't really feel that same contouring feeling that I get out of the Loom and Leaf mattress because of that memory foam. It is softer, so it's not too bad in terms of pressure on my side, but it's not the same sinking feeling you would get out of the Loom and Leaf. So I'm going to roll onto my stomach here. And finally on my stomach, again, really thinking about how my hips are on top of the mattress, if they're sinking in, putting my back out of line. In this position, my weight is evenly distributed, just like lying on my back. So I feel like, there's not too much pressure at the hips, so it's keeping my hips up, back in a good position, which is great for stomach sleepers. For a lot of people buying a mattress, it'll be important to know whether they're going to feel like they're more on top of or sinking into the mattress. So to test this, we have our sinkage test, in which we use 4 balls of varying sizes, weights, and densities to simulate different body parts and see how far into the mattresses they sink. So we've set up this test on all 3 of the mattresses, and as you can see, the sinkages are pretty close across all 3 types of mattress, with maybe a little less sinkage for certain weights on the Zenhaven mattress, which is the latex foam mattress. So it keeps you up out of the mattress a little bit. However, for all the balls, the 6, 10, 50, and 100-pound ball, we see pretty similar outcome on the sinkage test for all 3 mattresses from the Saatva company. All right, we're going to do a quick bounce test on the Saatva mattress at this 10-pound steel ball. As you can see, the Saatva is a pretty bouncy mattress. It has that coil-on-coil structure we saw earlier, which makes it pretty responsive, so you're going to be able to change positions pretty easily while on top of it. We're also going to run a motion transfer test. Now this test is going to show you how much disturbance can be felt from one side of the mattress to the other when someone rolls around in the middle of the night or gets into bed while you're on the other side of the mattress. We'll drop the ball from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches. You'll see the results next to me on the screen. Now we're going to do the bounce test on the Loom and Leaf mattress. As you can see, the mattress doesn't have as much bounce as the Saatva mattress does. The memory foam comfort layer and the layer below it allow you to sink in a little bit more, so it kind of dulls the bounce of the mattress there. Also going to run the motion transfer test. You can see the results next to me on the screen. As you can see, memory foam does do a better job of kind of dampening that disturbance that's transferred across the mattress during the ball drop there. And finally, we'll do the bounce test on the Zenhaven mattress with the 10-pound steel ball. As you can see, it is a lot bouncier than the Loom and Leaf mattress, kind of more in line with the Saatva. The towel latex is a material that's pretty quick to respond to pressure and provides a lot of bounce to the mattress. So now we'll do the motion transfer test. So now that we have the results for all 3 motion transfer tests, we'll put them all up on screen together. As you can see, the memory foam of the Loom and Leaf mattress isolates motion a lot better than the Zenhaven mattress made of towel latex. which is going to transfer quite a bit of disturbance from one side of the mattress to the other, with the Saatva mattress sitting somewhere in the middle. Now that we've discussed all three mattresses and put them through some different tests, we'll do a quick recap of what we took a look at today. First, we had the Saatva mattress. It is a traditional innerspring feel with the coil-on-coil structure, which is going to provide some bounce to it. You're also going to feel like you're sitting on top of the mattress more so than sinking into it. Next up, we took a look at the Loom and Leaf mattress, which is a memory foam mattress, give you that kind of luxurious feel of sinking into the mattress, contouring to the body, if that's what you're looking for some pressure relief. And finally, the Zenhaven mattress, which is a latex mattress. It's flippable, so you have two different firmness options with the one mattress, and it is an all-natural mattress. So those are just some general attributes of each of them. For some specific recommendations, I'll give you some example people. First, an older couple, they prefer that kind of traditional feel, what they're used to, have some back pain, so they want to have their hips up out of the mattress. I think the Saatva would be a good mattress for them, as it's that traditional feel, has some bounce to it, a little bit higher profile as well, so that's going to help them with that back pain. Next up, if you look at a kind of a 200-pound man, he sleeps on his side and sleeps a bit hot, I would recommend the Loom and Leaf mattress, as it is the memory foam, which is going to allow him to sink in for pressure relief at the shoulders and the hips, which are two trouble areas for side sleepers. And also the gel memory foam is going to help draw body heat away from him, so he's going to sleep a bit cooler. And finally, we'll look at a 130-pound woman. She's primarily a back sleeper, but changes positions during her sleep, so she's going to want a mattress with a little bit of bounce, and she's also looking for an all-natural mattress. I'd say the Zenhaven would be a good choice for her, as it is, a bouncy mattress made of latex, which is an all-natural material. It's also very durable. It's going to be a bit longer-term investment. So those are some very specific recommendations. However, those are just a few things that you should take a look at in your own personal search. If you have any questions in terms of personal recommendations for yourself, please leave a note below with some information about yourself and some of your sleep preferences, and we'll be able to reach out and give you a recommendation on which of these we think would be the best choice for you. Also, please be sure to subscribe to the Sleepopolis channel, as we're going to keep producing more material which is going to help you on your mattress search. That's it for today. I hope you liked the comparison. And again, if you have any questions, please leave a note below. Have a nice day.